All right, man. This has been in my mind for a while, and I want to talk about it. So let's talk about it. All right. I'm gonna shut down this claim right now. I'm gonna just shut it down. All right, this claim that Mayweather Jr. has defeated more champions or world champions than anybody in history. And I'm going to shut it down from different angles. And this is what we're going to do. I'm first going to show you all what a fact really is and a factual claim. And then, all right, I'm going to give you some real facts. Okay? And then I'm going to show you that even if it's not, but even if in some weird way that what is being claimed was true, why it can't really be used to claim he's the best of all time or he's better than Ali or some ridiculous, stupid, retarded shit like that. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about it. So I'm gonna give you two facts. I'm gonna lecture a lot of you on what a fact is, right? Okay? And once I give you the facts and I show you the difference between a distorted fact, a convenient fact, and a neutral real fact, once I show you the difference, right? Once that happens, we can go ahead and talk about this, okay? Let me give you two so-called facts. Let's first go over this fact, the so-called fact. Floyd Mayweather Jr., all right, has defeated more champions or world champions than anybody in history. And he only did it in 40-some fights, right? In less than 50 fights, he did it. All right. Let me give you another fact. Today in the sport of boxing, we have more divisions than we ever had in the history of boxing. Than ever. There's more divisions today than ever. You see? I just gave you two of them. Well, they're both facts. All right. Well, let's look into the second one I mentioned first. Okay? This is how you analyze a fact. Okay? You look at the claim, and I'm going to take the word division, and I'm going to take it from the Oxford Dictionary. You can also go to whatever dictionary you want. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at there's different meanings for the word division, right? So let's go ahead and look at in the Oxford Dictionary. Now I know that might be too advanced for some of you, but it's not that bad actually. It's not that bad. Online, it's no more than an 8th grade level. Okay, honestly. So it's not that bad. Definition 4.3. A number of teams or competitors grouped together in a sport for competitive purposes according to such characteristics as ability, size, or geographic location. Right? So what would apply here in my claim? When I'm talking about divisions in boxing, I'm talking about the divisions in weight class, which they're being divided by their size, right? We're not talking about region. We're not talking about, that's why it's using ability, size, or graphic location. If it said and, it would apply to all three. But I'm pretty sure most of you know the difference between or and. Okay, so since it's or, I could just take the one that applies, meaning size. So it applies. My claim, there's more divisions today in the sport of boxing than ever before. And you could look up the word boxing, it would apply, right? Whatever the case might be, my claim makes sense. I can take out the word division, I could apply the definition, and my claim would be equal. It would make the exact same sense. Right? Now let's look up the word champion in the Oxford Dictionary. And let's go ahead and analyze the other factual claim, and let's see if it really applies. Are y'all ready for this? All right. Man, a lot of you you're gulping like, oh shit. Here it comes. There are two definitions, all right? Official definitions for champion. Two of them. The first definition is a person who has defeated or surpassed all rivals in a competition, especially in sports. The other definition is a person who fights or argues for a cause on behalf of someone else. Obviously, it's not number two. We can all agree to that, right? We're obviously talking about a sport and a competition and being the best, right? So, let's take the word, let's take the noun, champion, right? Because we could all agree we got boxing down, right? Floyd Mayweather has defeated more world champions or just champions in the sport of boxing than anybody else in history. That's a factual claim, right? Well, let's take out the word champion and let's put it in context. I'm taking out the word champion and let's replace it with a definition. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has defeated more persons who have defeated or surpassed all rivals in competition than anybody else in the history of boxing. Oh shit. Obviously that doesn't apply. Because what's the definition of champion in boxing? Not in the dictionary, not in common sense, not in the way it should be. What's the definition of champion in the sport of boxing? Anybody who holds one of those stupid sanctioning belts is a champion. But if we're real, this definition doesn't apply. In fact, it doesn't apply to any of the motherfuckers holding the belt right now. Has Cal Brook done all this? Well, has he? No, but, right? The truth is, it's all bullshit. Being champion means you're the man. Andre Berto's never accomplished that. Ever. Andre Berto was never the man of welterweight. We all know that. So when he beats Berto, he's going to add on to his record. It's a bullshit record. It's a bullshit record. The fact that half of all boxers today have defeated more world champions than Muhammad Ali should tell you, just common sense should tell you, that that's a bunch of bullshit. The claim, the factual claim, the context behind it is not factual. Because the word champion is being distorted. It's being perverted. It's not the accurate word for champion. See, when Muhammad Ali became the world champion, there was one man, one guy, one person holding the belt. That was Sonny Liston. The only way you could call yourself a champion was by defeating Sonny Liston. You couldn't beat anybody else. He didn't have four choices, and he sure as hell didn't have multiple divisions to pick from. So when he defeated Sonny Liston, he became world champion. Therefore, he became the man. He became the person who has defeated or surpassed all rivals in competition, especially in sports. Because back then, when you were the champion, that was the highest prize and the only prize. So the competition part never ends. There should always be up-and-comers, up-and-comers. And what you do is you defend a belt to show that you are the champion. You take on the contenders to defend your title. I'm the champ. You're not the champ. If you want to be the champ, come take my belt. If you can't take it, you're not the champ. A lot of men never became champ under Muhammad Ali's reign because Muhammad Ali defeated them. The fallacy here is because Ali defeated and defended his title. He defeated opponents and defended his title. Yes, with former world champions like Patterson, for example, right? There were some, sure. In the rematch with Liston, when he fought George Foreman, when he fought Joe Frazier, for example, right? I'm giving you some examples of champions or former champions that he fought. Did they exist? Sure. But those guys were legitimate champions. The definition applies more to them than it applies to Andre Berto. By far. Anyone who is objective can see that. So because Muhammad Ali defeated multiple contenders who could not become champion by any other means than defeating Muhammad Ali. Like, I want you all to think about that. Logic. What does your logic tell you? The only way these guys, a lot of these contenders, could become champion was by defeating the man, Muhammad Ali at the time, who was the world champion. Muhammad Ali defeated these men, therefore they never became champion because he was the champion. So by default, Muhammad Ali, by your logic, the more contenders he beat, right, then it makes his resume look weaker because you can't call those opponents former world champions. That is retarded. That is stupid. Well, he only fought in one division. He was a heavyweight. Now, I've already talked about the divisions in boxing. All right? Divisions were created for guys like Mayweather to be able to call themselves champion. Because if there was no such thing as a division, if divisions didn't exist, Mayweather would never be the champion. All right? So, Ali didn't have this problem. Ali would have been the champ whether divisions existed or they didn't. Okay? Anyway, now that we got that taken care of, now that we got that out of the way, it's a bullshit record, right? I want you to refute that.